How's it going, guys? Grimsie42 here, and I've got a very, very short but very, very sweet video for you guys. It's going to be 4 games, and at least 3 of these are games that I've been after for quite some time. The other one I was very pleased to get in my collection. One of them is from one of my favorite series of all times, and a game that got me into RPGs. And another one is just considered a masterpiece by many. It is one of the rarest and most collectible games for that said system, and it is very, very in demand, so I'm super glad to get it into the collection, and without further ado, let's go. Alright guys, so like I said, this one's going to be short and sweet, just 4 games. I'm going to start it off with a bang. This first one here, I've had some bad luck in the past in acquiring a copy that was a little bit sun-faded and damaged, but I found this one in very, very good shape, and I thought it only fair to upgrade my copy, and I will show you one of the things that makes this a little more desirable. It is a complete and very, very clean copy of Vey, which is one of the working design titles for the Sega CD, and it includes the styrofoam, which is always good for the Sega CD or Sega Saturn collectors, but the thing that really makes this one stand out, if I can carefully remove it here, I don't want to do any damage, excuse me there, it includes the map. And a lot of times, for whatever reason, this map is just not available with the game, it's just missing, MIA if you will, but it is here and it is in this copy, so very happy to add this complete gem to the collection. I hear it's a really good RPG too, it's kind of got a very basic look to it, but really interesting looking. The next game here is a Sega Saturn game, and one that I really, really wanted to track down. It is an Atlas title, and it is very hard to get. It's actually really, really hard to get. I watched on eBay for quite some time, and there just was not a complete copy up for just a while, and there was one up that wasn't complete, and they wanted like $100 for it. And this game is actually climbing to well over $100 for a quality copy. It used to just be like a $60, $70, $50 game, somewhere in that area. But anyways, it is the Atlas title Lunacy, and it's kind of a Resident Evil D-esque survival horror game. And this one here is a 2-disc game. And this one also, if I can carefully remove it, just to show you guys what makes this one so sought after. Let's see if I screw this up here, trying to be careful. Alright, success. So, aside from the manual and the 2 discs, this game also, and very seldomly, mind you, includes a very not spectacular map, but this map is actually something that came packaged with it, and something that you do not see in complete copies very often. So, really, really happy to get this complete copy, to have a map included in my copy, and really, really happy to get this one in the collection. I believe at this point I've got a complete Atlas collection for the Sega Saturn. However, not to make that sound impressive when it really isn't. If I'm not mistaken, there's only 2 or 3 Atlas games for the system. So, still, either way, Lunacy, really hard to get. Very, very hard to get, actually. I had a real hard time tracking one down, but super glad to have it in the collection. Alright, this next one here, like I said, is a game that I had been on the lookout for quite some time. I'm super happy to have it in my collection. This is an entry I've never played. I hear it's kind of an upgrade of a previous release on the Sega Game Gear, and it is Shining Force CD for the Sega CD, and I guess it's got 2 of the Game Gear Shining Force games in it with enhanced graphics. It looks pretty much similar to like Shining Force 2 on the Genesis, which is actually the RPG that got me into RPGs. I played that one, and my cousin had it, and it really got me into it. But really, really good shape. Everything is complete and looking fine. Got the styrofoam, and I'm really excited to check this out. I'm just going to have to get a quality Sega CD. I've got a Model 1 right now, but I don't want to test anything in that because those are very finicky, so I'm probably going to get a Model 2 in the near future, or maybe a CDX or something, and check this out because I'm really, really excited to play it. But I have saved the best for last. This one is another big boy. It's right up there with KO Flying Squadron, Panzer Dragoon Saga. It's one of the most sought after games for the Sega systems, something that's in very, very good condition. It was on my short list of Sega games to get. Panzer Dragoon Saga, Musha, this, KO, and then the last one that I need is Crusader of Senti. That is like the last big Sega game on my list. So nice to knock out one of the big 5 that I was after in this one. It's in a protective case here. I'll open it for you guys though. It is a complete and mint copy of Snatcher. Yes, I am not... This is not an alternate reality. I was luckily finally able to find a nice complete copy of Snatcher. I saw one at the Pittsburgh Retro Gaming Convention last year, and unfortunately the disc was cracked. He swore up and down that it worked, but I didn't want to take a chance, and it was a reasonable price. I think somebody actually wound up buying it, but at the end of the day, this is a really cool, kind of like a futuristic cyberpunk game. Just like as you can see though, very, very beautiful, nice and shiny, very minimal scratches or wear anywhere on it. And this one, excuse me, also has the styrofoam, and there she is, the disc. So very, very, very happy to get this one in the collection. I'm blown away to finally have it and to get my Sega CD collection to the next level. Between this, Space Adventure, KO, I'm pretty much at the top of the list for having most of the good Sega CD games, so it's just tracking down fillers after that, but I really, words cannot express how happy I am to get this. I'm told they're actually remaking it, not officially, I guess like a fan-made that looks really good, but definitely got my old CRT TV downstairs in the basement. I'm going to have to get my Justifier out and give this a try because it's just... I'm told it's just an amazing, amazing game. It's actually some people's favorite game. So really awesome. Super happy to get Snatcher. And until next time, guys, I appreciate you watching. And let me know if you found anything awesome, anything super big. Like, what is your holy grail, I guess? You know, like I said, I had my Sega list. So what is your like top 5 games that you want to add to your collection? Definitely curious to hear that. Here's some of you guys' answers, and I appreciate you guys watching and sticking around to the end. And as always, take care.